One of the common questions I'm asked is, what's my background and why do I love to teach? I started playing when I was in 6th grade, went through the rest of junior high, and then went into high school. In high school, I started working as a teacher even while I was in high school. I built a small drum corps at the high school I was at. They didn't really have much of a band, and the drum corps was a really fun experience for everybody to participate in. Back then, the big activity at that high school was the girls' drill team. So the drum corps was the music for the drill team. I became the section leader, and I really enjoyed trying to develop other players to be in the drum corps. For me, that was just an awful lot of fun. When I went to college, then I realized how much I didn't really know about percussion. So I really dug in, and I basically did like a double degree. I worked a ton on performing. I played in the Philharmonic, while I was also working on a music education degree. So just like being a band director, I had all those skills, but I really found an interest in playing as well as teaching. So while I was there, I worked really hard to be a great player, and then I would go out in the schools and work with drum sections or band directors and that sort of thing. While I was in college, I was in drum corps, played in groups that were world class. I played in orchestras, played in the Philharmonic. I would play club work, all different kinds of music. And while I was in that, I was also in the National Guard Band out in Boise. So, I mean, I just had an awful lot of performing opportunities, and I always mixed that with teaching because I really loved both. From then, I went on to grad school at East Carolina, and for 2 years, I was in just one of the best percussion programs. So at that point, I mean, I was pushing myself into playing in drum corps, teaching drum corps, playing in orchestras, playing in clubs, all different kind of music, being a soloist either alone or a soloist with a band behind me. And then I was also playing in a National Guard band. So one weekend a month I'd show up, we'd go do gigs. I could kind of rub elbows with great players there. When I finished there, I went to the University of Oregon for a DMA, doctorate degree. And then I worked an awful lot on my teaching skills while I ran the drum line at U of O, and that was an awful lot of fun. About that time, I decided, I think I'm just going to go home and share this with the people in the Valley. So I built my studio in 1980. I've started students from scratch ever since, at pretty much every age. And over the years, I've taught at college, I've taught at NNU, C of I. Now I teach percussion again at C of I, College of Idaho. As well as performing and teaching. So I'll work with directors on their curriculum. I play in Opera Idaho, other kind of gigs that come up. And then in my studio, I work really hard with players to try to get their skills so that they fit into their section. They have a little dream in mind they can work with. A lot of them go on to college. They'll be on scholarship somewhere. Some just go into music in college in addition to their normal, whatever their degree would happen to be. So I really have tried over the years hard to blend playing versus teaching. They're both great loves for me, and I like to share those with students.